And the light bulbs will begin.
Welcome to Perdue University and the Rube Goldberg Machine Contest National Contest. My name is Rick Mummy and I'm from WKHY Radio here in Lafayette. Want to welcome our contestants today. We have 6 machines from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, from Hofstra University, from Perdue University, from Lawrence Technological University, from Western Michigan University, and from Oakland University. And just as soon as we're set, we'll be ready to run our first machine, which is from Oakland University. The Oakland University spokesperson is Jeff Harris. The local will be February 19th, the national, the 26th of March, same time and same place. Ready for machine number 5 from Hofstra University, Fester's Finaglers. Spokesperson Chris Gerard.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, you've all come here to see some really good engineering, right? Well, we've come 800 miles to show you some of New York's finest engineering. My name is Christopher Gerard, and it's my pleasure to introduce to you Hofstra University's Rube Goldberg design team. On my left, I have Christopher Ashline, Theo Novak, Affy Levian, Scott Worms, Nick Croce, and Pradeep Tandon, and our mascot, Wile E. Coyote. And we are Fester's Finaglers. We represent the Hofstra University colony of Theta Tau, which is located at Hempstead, Long Island. And our theme, if you haven't guessed already, is the world of the Addams family. Now, I've been asked to give a brief description of what our machine does. Rather than giving you a technical step-by-step description of our machine, I'm going to describe for you, in the spirit of Rube Goldberg cartoons, the storyline that our machine is based upon. To start our machine, Gomez pulls on the noose and summons Lurch to bring the car around to the front of the mansion. On his way around, Lurch crashes into the side of the mansion, popping the airbag in the car. Pugsley and Wednesday are playing outside in the playroom. When the crash causes the guillotine to fall and chop off Pugsley's head, his head rolls around and accidentally hits the automatic cannonball loader and turns it on. The rolling of the cannonballs around the house vibrates the switch that opens the staircase to Spot's home. The light awakens Spot and he comes out to play. Aggravated by the noise, Gomez retreats to the attic to relieve his frustration by playing with his trains. As usual, Gomez crashes the 2 best locomotives at high speed. The smoke from the collision causes the attic ventilation system to turn on. A baby spider is then pushed on his magnetically levitated sail car by the ventilation fan to his unsuspecting mother. Seeking safety. The mother quickly descends from her web seeking safety and accidentally triggers the automatic black cat's eye roof dispenser system. This sends the fresh cat's eyes into the kitchen, activating the stovetop ventilation system. The ventilation fan spins the mixer, alarming a mouse. The mouse runs directly into a trap which knocks over a can. The can, filled with freshly squeezed blood, luckily spills into the eyeball marinating apparatus. This then fills the eyeball ball jar. Being excited due to over-marination of the eyeballs, Grandma lets out a shriek. Where am I? The noise surprises a rat, which is snapped up by an awaiting trap. Fester's loaded musket, leaning in the corner of the kitchen, is accidentally fired by the vibration of the trap. The musket discharges through a window into the Addams graveyard, knocking over a tombstone. This tombstone causes a domino effect, knocking down several other tombstones. The last tombstone falls on a set mousetrap in the Addams mausoleum, shaking loose the deadbolt on Thing's box. Fester, confused by the noise, asks Thing to bring him a light bulb. Thing comes out of his box and scoops the bulb into Fester's mouth. Startled by the light, Thing retreats to his box. This is our final step. If you'd like, I can point those steps out to you. Here's the noose. The car is going to come down the track here, pop the balloon, which is going to release the guillotine, chopping off Pugsley's head. It's going to roll down this chute, trigger a switch which turns on the elevator. The elevator is loaded with 2 cannonballs. They're going to roll down this roller coaster around the house, which is going to trigger a switch, which is going to make Spot the dinosaur come out of the stairway. Spot was going to walk out, hit the switch which turns on the trains, which crash into the net, which turns on this fan, blows the spider in his magnetically levitated sliding sail car across, which releases the hanging spider, the mother spider. Cat's eyes fall down through the tube, hit the switch which turns on the fan to the Archimedes screw, pulls another mouse trap, releases a can of blood, not blood, but I'm just kidding with you, falls into the funnel, spells out Hofstra University, which is located in Hempstead, Long Island, and fills the marinating eyeball jar, which triggers a flotation switch, which makes Grandma pull on the rat trap, which triggers Uncle Fester's musket, which topples the domino tombstones into the mousetrap, which releases Thing from his box into Fester's mouth. And now, my very well-educated colleagues and I are going to activate the device.
They're all together, ookie, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum when people come to see them. They really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet. Petite.
So gather with your shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna take a call on the Addams Family.
Come on, baby.
Successful first run for machine number 5 from Hofstra University and Fester's Finaglers. On the way to team number 6 in their running, we want to thank again our sponsors, Ball Corporation, Ball Aerospace Systems Group, Schools of Engineering and Technology, Perdue Engineering Alumni, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, Rube's Toyland there. And now to announce our winners. Receiving the third place trophy and the $250 cash prize, the Mission Impossible Strike Team from Perdue University. In second place, receiving the second place trophy and a $300 cash prize from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, Rube's Toyland. Our winners will receive the winning trophy, a $500 cash prize, and from Thompson Consumer Electronics, the UV-U2 25-inch television set. The winners of the 1993 RGMC National Contest, Fester's Finaglers from Hofstra University. Let's hear it for our winners and all the teams today.
In a moment. And screwing in a light bulb has never been so complicated. We'll tell you who won the annual Rube Goldberg Machine contest. These stories and more coming right up.
To Andrea.
Thanks, Ted. How many engineering students does it take to screw in a light bulb? That simple job required the brain power of a whole team of students in 26 steps during today's finals of the Rube Goldberg Machine contest at Perdue University. The winning gizmo was built by the team from Hofstra University, and it was inspired by the old Addams Family TV series. It used direct toy, trains, dinosaurs, and guillotines to screw in a simple light bulb.
From Hofstra University.
Oh, for winning first place, the Hofstra team takes home $500, a color TV, and a trophy.
Let's hear it for our winners and all the teams.
Throughout the evening, CNN will continue to update the situation in Russia. On Prime News at 8 p.m., we'll air extensive portion of Boris Yeltsin's speech, and we'll interview an expert on Russian affairs. For The World Today, I'm Andrea Arsenault at CNN Center in Atlanta.
I'm David French in Washington. I'll be back with the top stories right after this.
Listen carefully.
In a light bulb? Well, pretty hard sometimes. A few weeks ago, we showed you some Rube Goldberg contraptions that college students dreamed up for that purpose. Tonight, the undisputed winner of the Rube Goldberg contest is a team from Hofstra University. Their bright idea was to design a contraption spoofing characters from the Addams Family. It took 26 steps to get the bulb in and then lit. George says he's going to try the recipe for iced tea, but he forgot the recipe for ice, so that'll be next year. That's our report for tonight. I'm Reg Wells. Thanks for joining.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together kooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum when people come to see them. They really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Sweet.
It took them 26 steps. And still ahead, Tom McDonald's with sports.
To answer the question, how many Hofstra students does it take to screw in a light bulb? 12! They're brilliant. Stay tuned for their story of courage and ingenuity.
Screw in a light bulb. All it sounds does it take to screw in a light bulb? Well, it sounds like you're being set up for a joke, but some students at Hofstra University know that it's a complicated question. And as Channel 2's Maury Alton tells us now, their answer has shown just how bright they are.
What we've got here are tomorrow's movers, shakers, and builders, reveling over a machine that makes work out of a simple household task, screwing in a common light bulb. 6 months of work by 12 Hofstra University students who won this weekend's Rube Goldberg Invention Contest at Perdue University in Indiana. They're just back from Indiana. The challenge, light a bulb in 20 steps or more. What did you have to do to win this thing?
We had to pull the noose, release the car, pops a balloon, guillotine chops off the head rolls down, hits a switch, activates an elevator, marbles roll around on a roller coaster, they go into a switch, turns on a
The theme is the Addams Family movie and television series.
And sort of the climax to this episode is the bulb happening.
We screw a bulb into Fester's mouth using Thing's hand.
Using Thing's hand?
Yes.
Pretty darn romantic.
Neat. Sweet. Petite.
Now, on our way over here, I figured you would start at the beginning, and my photographer figured you'd start at the back and add steps. What did you do?
Basically, we worked from the beginning and the end and met in the middle.
Now, did your department chairman praise them or immediately resign?
He praised them.
He did. He was pleased, huh?
Yeah, very.
There's a float switch, turns on a witch, she pulls another rat trap, hits a gun, gun hits tombstones, they fall.
It's only a 1-hour newscast, could you?
Dominoes. Dominoes hit into another mouse trap, pulls a bolt out, opens a box, screws in a light bulb.
We got him faster.
Come on, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Of course, these students learn practical things that'll help them with real-life necessities, such as unscrewing a light bulb.
A little bit more.
This isn't a GE bulb, is it?
Yeah! Right! Yes!
Maury Alter, Channel 2 News.
We need more of that creative thinking.
We do
That
applaud
really
them.
works.
I never knew school was so fun. Great idea. Still plenty more to tell you about tonight.
Bushes turn into something else and Bushes turn into something else entirely. That's coming up in the Eyewitness Newsreel. Don't go away.
On Eyewitness News, American ingenuity at its finest.
Yeah, what some students did to screw in a light bulb in the most complicated way. You might not even believe it, even when you see it. Up next on Eyewitness News.
Were that you had to design a machine to screw a light bulb into a socket using at least 20 steps. The only people able to do that were a team from Hofstra University known as Fester's Finaglers. Long Island correspondent N.J. Burkett has the story.
If you ever wondered how many engineering students it takes to screw in a light bulb, the answer is 12. If you're wondering why, don't ask.
The whole task, with all the complicated stuff, just screws in a light bulb and into a socket and lights it, and that was the whole goal of the competition.
This weekend, a handful of Hofstra students won first place in the annual Rube Goldberg contest, inspired by the Addams family. A tug on the noose starts the car that pops the balloon that triggers the guillotine that cuts off Pugsley's head. Rolling marbles raise the staircase that lets loose Spot the dinosaur, who triggers the train wreck.
Yes!
A fan blows the magnetically levitated car. There are more marbles. There's a soda can that tips, spilling colored water that spells Hofstra. A witch triggers a mousetrap. A dart gun topples tombstones. Another mousetrap activates the hand that screws the light bulb into Uncle Fester's mouth. Einstein once said that genius is 1 part inspiration and 9 parts perspiration. In this case, it's a little of both.
Is it more complicated than it looks or less complicated?
I think the circuitry is more complicated than it looks. All the electronics behind it are really complicated. On the surface, the mechanics look pretty simple. But when you try to put them together and all link them, that's the hard part right there.
Next year's project will be to make a cup of coffee. And students here insist it'll taste good to the last drop, no matter how long it takes to get there. In Hempstead, Long Island, N.J. Burkett, Channel 7. Eyewitness News.
I found the old-fashioned way works pretty well, too.
I don't know. How many weathermen does it take? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah. Easy now, easy.
Yikes.
And that's Eyewitness News at 5. Thanks for tuning in. For Roz Abrams, Sam Champion, and the rest of the Eyewitness News team, I'm Greg Hurst.
If you hadn't said anything, I could have gotten away clean.
Now we're going to show you a monument, and we mean monument, to making things more complicated than they need to be. For the past 6 years, Perdue University has held a national Rube Goldberg Machine contest. Rube Goldberg was a cartoonist who drew wildly complicated machines that performed simple tasks. Joining us in our studio, we have the winners of this year's Rube Goldberg Machine contest from Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York. Here are Chris Gerard and Theo Novak, here to explain and demonstrate their machine for us. Hello to both of you. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, thank you for having us.
This is an incredible display. Explain to us, first of all, how the contest works. What are the rules, and what role do you play in this?
Okay, what the contest is it's held every year at Perdue University, and it's sponsored by the local chapter of Theta Tau there. This year's contest was to screw in a light bulb, to design a machine that screws in a light bulb using at least 20 steps or more. Some of the rules include you have to build it within a 5-foot by 6-foot area and 5-foot high area. You can't have like any flames or any smoke or sparks or things like that. And basically you're allowed to have just about anything else as long as it doesn't project outside those boundaries. Some other groups had like computers, they had live animals, things like that, and we have some interesting stuff also.
Okay, well tell us a little bit about this. Obviously has a theme to this madness, I assume. Tell us a little bit about the theme and how it works.
Okay, we got the theme, we were at the convention and we heard that the task was to screw in a light bulb. We were in a novelty store and we saw an arm, the sort of arm you leave hanging out of your trunk. And,
right.
And we said we could use this to screw in the light bulb. And that developed into the idea of thing, which is the hand from the Addams family, and into screwing the bulb into Fester's mouth to making it light.
So this is an Addams family sort of thing here. Okay, now how many steps in this particular contraption?
Well, there are 26 steps in our contraption altogether right now.
And you want to run us through it briefly,
Sure. We start by pulling a noose, which releases a car. The car rolls down the track, pops the balloon. The balloon releases the guillotine, which chops off the head. The head rolls down the chute and hits the switch, raises the balls, which roll around the house. They trigger, at the bottom, they trigger a staircase, which lifts up on the house. Spot, the dinosaur, walks out from underneath and triggers a switch, which turns on the trains. The trains crash out at the far end here and fall into a basket. That triggers a fan up here, which blows a magnetically levitated sail car across the track, which releases a spider. The spider drops, pulling a shutter release up there, which drops marbles down a tube. They hit another switch, which turns a fan, which propels an Archimedes screw. That pulls a mousetrap, which drops a can of fluid into the funnel. That spells out Hofstra here on the sign.
Of course. Got to have that in there.
The fluid fills up the ball jar here. That floats a float switch, which turns on the witch. The witch pulls a rat trap, which fires a gun, which topples several tombstones, which hit another mousetrap, which releases Fester's arm, and that lifts thing up and screws the bulb into Fester's mouth.
Okay, well now this thing takes about 2 minutes to do its thing, right?
Correct.
Let's see how it works. You want to pull the switch, Chris?
Okay. Right now the ball jar is filling with the liquid, raises the eyeballs up, and it's going to hit a float switch. This takes a couple of seconds. The machine hasn't quite stopped yet. We'd just like to point out too that Hofstra University really got behind us during this whole invention, and they're really supporting us a lot. And we really hope that the Hofstra Engineering Department finally gets the recognition it deserves. They have a really good department there, and the professors have really helped us out a lot, and they've given us a lot of materials and things like that.
Now, how many of your colleagues helped you with this?
12 of us.
12 of us all together.
In fact, each person that works on it has a tombstone on the board.
Yeah.
That's appropriate.
We're all in the Theta Tau chapter, local colony of Theta Tau at Hofstra University, which is a professional engineering fraternity.
And from beginning to end, from the time that you came up with this idea to the completion, how long did that take you?
Concept was about over the summer, so it took about 6 months to fully
Here goes the witch.
Right, and she's going to pull the rat trap. Give a couple more tugs, maybe. I think she should do it. Let's see. There we go. Topples the tombstones, and here comes Thing out of his box, slowly but surely, and should come right into Fester's mouth. Takes a couple seconds to screw it in. That's it.
26 steps later, and we've got light.
That's right.
This is incredible. This a lot of work. I mean, did you run into a lot of glitches?
Yeah, when we were building it, yeah, we had to rebuild a lot of steps many times. On paper, I mean, what we had on paper came out to be, you know, basically a lot different from what we finally built.
Had fun?
Lots of fun, lots of fun.
Well, it's an incredible invention, and congratulations to both of you, Chris Gerard and Theo Novak, and congratulations to your colleagues.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks a lot.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. Stay with us.
We have an order, and see, this is not my end of the operation. It's Theo's operation. Yeah. Everybody has their own assignments. Yeah. You got checklist people, you know.
You gotta do it right. What do you have? 2 chances?
We got, well, 2 chances. I look at it, and I want to succeed both times. That's my. Your points for each success. Yeah, you get an extra 10 points if you can get to succeed twice.
How many points do you get to get to the balloon in the
Here, oh my God, look at how big that sucker is.
Yeah, this one is wrong.
I think you overblew it.
You see, I talked what these guys could do.
Sure. No way.
Design them up.
You gotta tilt it back.
You get to design them up in the track.
Yeah, that's too big. Okay, it popped itself.
There goes the balloon. All this just to screw a light bulb.
I know. Oh, I didn't tell you. I got a letter from Stephanie. I forgot to tell you that. Not in biomedical. Yeah. Microbiology, that's... No, it's good for him. He didn't really get for it. It shows you that everything is papers. There's all the 2 papers. Yeah. Well, you had a good experience, too. But that biomedical. You just told me. Stephanie? Mm-hmm. I believe that. Oh, shit, I'm possible to go.
If it comes out good, we can sell and get the copyrights to this film.
Make us some more money. Okay, the winning film was CNN.
Yeah, we'll send it in to Channel 12. What's the first thing that's going to happen?
Okay, the first thing that's going to happen is the car, we're going to pull on the noose, it's going to release the car. The car is going to pop the balloon. The balloon is going to release the guillotine. The guillotine is going to chop off Pugsley's head, which is going to roll down the ramp, making the switch, turning on the ball elevator. The balls are going to come up, roll down the track, and make the contacts in that clear plastic tube. That is going to turn on the motor that lifts the staircase. When the staircase lifts...
Where's the motor?
The motor's up here.
What's in there? Okay.
Yeah. When the staircase lifts, the dinosaur is going to come out and hit that switch sitting in the path, which turns on the trains. The trains crash together in the middle and land in that basket. The basket turns on this fan, which pushes the maglev vehicle down to the end, releasing the large spider. The large spider pulls the shutter release, which allows the marbles to go down the tube. They hit a switch down at the bottom there, which turns on the muffin fan. The muffin fan turns
where's the muffin fan? Oh, the Archimedes spark.
The muffin fan turns the Archimedes screw, which releases this mousetrap, which drops the fluid. The fluid funnels goes into the funnel and through the tube, spelling out Hofstra, then ends up in this eyeball jar, which lifts a float switch, which turns on the witch. The witch pulls a cord which releases the rat trap. The rat trap fires a gun, knocking over the tombstones. The last tombstone hits the last mouse trap, which pulls a pin in the arm and allows the arm to come up, screwing the light bulb into Fester's mouth. When the light bulb is screwed into Fester's mouth, the arm retracts into the box.
All right, I think I got it. I don't know if I can follow it.
You're not going to be able to do. The first 3 steps happen in 3 seconds.
I like that idea with the Hofstra. I didn't even notice that before. You know, I mean, I saw the line, but I just didn't realize what it said.
Actually, we ought to time it again. I'm getting used to this.
It's supposed to be 5 minutes.
You want to time it?
15, right? I know. It has to run in 4 minutes, be reset, fully reset in 5 minutes, and then run again in another 4 minutes. So, here we go. You want to pull? You want to pull the cord? Pull the cord. Oh my gosh. That's the first. Oh, you know why? I see why. Reset and start again.
What happened to him?
This little thing is here to stop the ball from
bouncing out.
Is that on your checklist?
No, I'm going to type it right now. Okay.
Oh, so we need another balloon.
That's why Ron's blowing as we speak.
Not quite as big this time.
Oops. And that would have been a whole trial, right?
I don't know what would have happened with that.
But then isn't that, you considered you can let it, you can...
Well, actually, I think we would have been disqualified because it went off the board.
Is that right?
Yeah. I got to find out about that.
Oh.
But that's, I'll tell you, that's the first